So wait, I just need to write something.
Okay.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we've provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome out to Gary Lamb Field here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Started off this day with a couple of showers and some cloudy skies, but as game time has emerged, beautiful weather, partly cloudy, nice sun, and a pretty good temperature. As we are here for the sectional matchup between the Region 5 winners in the Loretto Mustangs and the Region 6 runner-up in the Camden Central Lions. Michael Marks, Dusty Kaiser will be joining us later in the broadcast as we have a doubleheader tonight for a chance to go to state. Loretto Mustangs 24-6 on the season, coming fresh off a victory over Summertown in the Region 5 championship on Saturday, 11-1. Camden Central 12-16 on the year, coming off a Region 6 consolation win against Harpeth 8-1. That game was Saturday afternoon. So both teams had a couple days off, and now here to fight for an opportunity to go to state. For the Mustangs on the mound will be senior right-hander Carter Daniel, who has emerged as this tremendous pitching staff's ace. And the defense behind him, behind the dish, will be Clint Seymour. At first base, you'll have Kaysen Springer. At second, Lucas Laxon. Out at short, you'll have Grant Fisher. And at third, Mason Tidwell. In the outfield, you'll have Miles Moore, Jackson Traglia, and Dylan Thompson. And see if we get some shots of it here in a second. Camden Central has a good bit of their players with bleached hair. You know, we've seen some teams do some things. The Mustangs have done some temporary tattoos, and Camden Central has come in here with bleached hair. Mustangs did that a couple years back. Mixed opinions from the coaching staff on that one. But it gives the team some personality. And Carter Daniel last through in that Saturday game against Summertown. Let me pull up the stats on that one. That one, he went all 6 innings in that game, only giving up a couple of hits and one run. A really good outing from him. So, as Gage Johnson, the starting pitcher for Camden, steps in. And first pitch will be on the outside corner, 4:59, time for our first pitch, and we are underway for a chance to return to Murfreesboro. And next pitch from Daniel will be upstairs, having a little trouble locating early. We've seen Daniel have a tendency to leave fastballs up. That 2-0 will be popped out of play. Again, Gage Johnson, the starting pitcher for the Lions this afternoon. Left-handed pitcher, the mid-70s fastball. Again, Daniel will be up there in the high 80s, low 90s with his. A good fastball slider combo guy. The count is 2-1. And he'll watch that one go down the middle for strike two, as Daniel has quickly come back in this count. Tidwell was in on the third base corner, steps back now with 2 strikes. As the 2-2 pitch will stay just off the plate and run the count full. One thing Carter executed very well against Summertown last Saturday was his ability to keep his pitch count low as the 3-2 is fouled off, as the Lions leadoff batter Johnson is doing a really good job seeing a lot of pitches. And the Mustangs pitching staff has been their strong suit this year with 3 guys you're comfortable throwing out there any day. And that one's going to be sliced foul as Johnson's been a bit tardy on the 3 pitches he has fouled off. Made contact with every swing, though. Again, Camden Central was in that regional with Huntingdon and is facing off with Summertown. Those games will be later this week here on the X Sports Network as the 3-2 will be down low and got him looking. See you later, Gage Johnson. As Carter Daniel got him looking. And that's going to bring up Trey Dooley. Dooley, the shortstop for Camden Central. A right-handed batter, a pretty big kid actually out there. Camden Central in their yellow jerseys, white pants. Mustangs in their gold uniforms as Daniel starts them off with the first pitch slider. Down and away for strike 1. Next pitch, check swing, say he did not go. And again for the sectional now, you'll have 3 umpires like you did for the region tournament. Again, in high school, at least around here, you have 2 umpires for most games as Daniel was looking for the outside corner, cannot get it. Again, this is the same home plate umpire that Daniel saw in his last appearance, as the 2-1 will be high for ball 3. On deck for the Lions will be their catcher, number 1, Connor Camuzzi. Hitters count here for Dooley, as he'll take that one downstairs for ball 4. And the Lions have their first base runner.
Now batting the catcher, number 1, Connor Camuzzi.
Camuzzi, another right-handed batter. He's got some long hair on him. And again, another player we've seen with some pink equipment. He's got his pick back to first. That's going to get away from Springer as Daniel tried to pick back to Dooley. Dooley does take a pretty big lead there at first. Some of the Mustangs coaches talking with Seymour about back picks before the game as he goes right there. Dooley will get back safely. That first pitch was outside for ball 1. The 1-0. That's going to be popped foul, back out of play. On deck for the Lions will be their center fielder, number 7, Isaac Moore. And the pitch. Camuzzi will watch that fastball go right by for strike 2. And Daniel looking for another strikeout. Count is 1-2. Middle infield for the Mustangs is at double play depth. Outfield pretty deep. 1-2. That's going to be hit right at the second baseman. 4-6 over to Fisher to first. Double play to get out of the inning. 4-6-3 is how you score that one. And Daniel faces the minimum in the first. They'll come up to bat next here on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.
Carter Daniel maneuvered around a bit of a jam there in the first inning as a double play from his infield got him out of the inning, facing only 3 batters. Is now Gage Johnson, the lefty, is on the mound for the Lions as he looks to sit down this red-hot Mustangs order. Mustangs in the region tournament won their 2 games by a combined score of 21-1, a 10-0 opening round shutout, 5-inning game against Cannon County, and then an 11-1 6-inning game against Summertown. The Mustangs look to continue their hot streak and try to get a second state tournament appearance in the past 3 years. Mustangs have made it to the sectional all 4 years these seniors have been in high school. Their freshman year, they went and faced East Robertson and lost that game. That was back when the sectional series was just a 1 game and not a series. The next year, they hosted Westview and won that game and went to state tournament and finished in the Final Four. And last year, the first game of the 3-game series, sectional, they traveled to Milan and ended up losing 2 of 3 against them. So these seniors looking for their second chip to Murfreesboro and try to get another state championship banner under that scoreboard out in left field. Quint Seymour will lead things off. Had a red-hot region tournament in 8 plate appearances, reached base 6 times. 4 times in game 1, twice in game 2. But this Mustang lineup as a whole has been a really tough as we got the pitcher taking off a arm sleeve on his throwing arm. His defense behind him, you have Connor Camusi catching. At first, you have Chase Capps. Second, C.J. Baker. At short, Trey Dooley. And at third, Aiden Pierce. In the outfield for the Lions, you'll have Axel Mansfield out in left, Isaac Moore in center, and in right field, you will have Eli Latrese. And that first pitch to Seymour will be outside for ball 1. And pardon that name on the right fielder, Latrentz. The 1-0. That's going to be popped up into the infield. Dooley is under it. And he'll bring that in for the first out. 2 pitches, 1 out for Johnson. As that's going to bring up Kason Springer. Springer has really emerged as a hot bat for this Mustangs lineup this year in his sophomore year. Didn't play as much his freshman year and has really emerged as that first baseman when Carter Daniel is on the mound. And his bat has quickly followed. The 1-0, a quick pitch to him. Also misses ball 2. And it seems like as soon as he puts his bat on his shoulder, Johnson's there with the pitch. That one outside for ball 3. And the Mustangs have had their fair share of struggles with lefties last year. 3-0, 4-pitch walk to Springer. And he does what he does best, and that's get on base any way possible. He's got a good bat. He can hit it out of the park, but also he'll reach on an error, he'll walk. As that's going to bring up the Mustangs' third baseman in Mason Tidwell. Tidwell had a pretty good game in that Saturday against Summertown. He is slated to pitch game 2 tonight. That first pitch outside for ball 1. That pitch broke a little late. Did not catch any of the plate. Springer gets his lead at first. Middle infield not really at double play depth as they'll pick back over to Springer. Carter Maines DHing for the first baseman, Chase Capps for the Lions. The 1-0. It's going to be inside on Tidwell for strike 1. Again, I'm not sure if we'll see the Mustangs as aggressive on the base pass today with a lefty being on the mound and having a quick pickoff move. So the 1-0 or the 1-1 is outside for ball 2. And again, when you get to this late in the season, you're not going to face a bad team. You may think that 12-16 record for Camden may show some things as Tidwell is going to drive one to deep left field. Left fielder going back. It may be over his head. And it's going to short hop the wall. They're going to hold up Springer at third, and now runners at second and third as Mason Tidwell scorches a double off the wall in left field. And that gets the party started here with runners on second and third for Miles Moore, the senior left fielder for the Mustangs. And get timeout for, as actually we had the umpire saying something to Coach Curtis. Not sure what we're having a discussion about, as he's now going to call the home plate umpire. And actually, pardon what I said earlier, I actually do not believe that any of these umpires are the same we saw in the region tournament, as they have called all three umpires in to have a little bit of a meeting. I'm not sure what we're here discussing. Again, you have Tidwell on second, who just hit the double. Springer on third, who got a walk. And I'm not sure what that discussion was about. But we'll step back in and play some baseball. Again, you got Moore batting cleanup. Has been hitting the ball really well later in the season, as he's taken the first pitch for strike one. Camden Central so far, very early in this game, have done a very good job mixing fastballs off speed with some off speed and breaking stuff to keep the Mustangs batters on their heels. That one gets away from Johnson a little bit, as that stayed high above Moore's head for ball one. And again, Moore with a big RBI opportunity to get the Mustangs on the board early. He shows bunt and sits down the safety squeeze. Springer scores from third. Moore out at home, or first, pardon. But we have the first run of our ball game as Miles Moore helping to do whatever the team needs to win and lays down a perfect squeeze to get Springer home from third and advance Tidwell to third, as the Mustangs dugout is pumped up about that one. And that's going to bring your pitcher Carter Daniel to the plate. With 2 outs and a runner on third, he would love to help extend his lead, make pitching a little more comfortable. Daniel swinging at the first pitch, breaking ball. The 0-1, and that's going to be hit sharply toward the shortstop. Dooley's going to field, the fire over to first, and a good play by Caps there to scoop that one up. Mustangs do score one in the bottom of the first, as they do strand one as well. Camden Central will come back up in the top of the second inning. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAutosupply.com.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
This is the X Sports Network.
Mustangs tack on one in the bottom of the first as they got this party started up 1-0 after one. As Camden will come back up to bat for the second time, 4, 5, and 6 coming up to bat. That will be Moore, LaDrentz, and Maines. Pretty good first inning by Daniel as he started this one off with a strikeout looking, walked the next guy, and then Kamunzi, the catcher for Camden Central, grounded into a double play to end the inning. Moore, right-handed batter, out in center field. As he's aggressive first pitch swinging as Daniel maybe done a little scouting as he went first pitch slider right there. The 0-1. And a big whiff on another slider as Moore is looking to put a ball in play, and I would assume with him being in center field, he's got some speed, so the infield's going to want to stay ready. Is 0-2, 3 pitches, 3 breaking balls. See ya later. Strikeout number 2 for Daniel, as that's going to bring up the right fielder, Eli Ladrence. Ladrence out in right field. Right-handed batter wearing number 13. As he's swinging on the first pitch, he'll send it to left center field. Miles Moore tracking it back. Will get behind it and bring it in for the second out. Moore showing the wheels out in left field as quickly 2 up, 2 down. 4 pitches already in this inning for Daniel. That's going to bring up Carter Maines, the DH. Maines a left-handed bat and a big one at that. Daniel goes first pitch fastball right there in the dirt. And again, I can only assume Camden Central put this guy in the lineup. Big left-handed bat is a big hack there on the 1-0. He saw a fastball there, number level, and he just was swinging away. And again, I wouldn't leave anything too big over the plate, or we might have to go fish one out of the cornfield. As that 1-1 will be in the dirt for ball 2. On deck, the second baseman, C.J. Baker, as the 2-1. Another big hack, and Daniel, after not getting a single swing and miss in the first inning, has now gotten 5 here in the second. On the 2-2, Maine sends that one back out of play behind the Mustangs bench. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning, as Daniel has looked more comfortable in this second inning. 2-2, see ya later, and a 1-2-3 inning from Daniel, as the Mustangs pitching staff is looking good going into the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Professional care with a smile. That will always be a guarantee at Encompass Healthcare. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or even weight loss treatments, our team is equipped to serve your needs. Our doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Make an appointment with our providers, Kendra Brown or Tori Cox, today. Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, Tennessee, right next to Chapman Tire.
Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg is your go-to stop to complete your home, business, a combination of both, or really anything you can think of. With one of the region's biggest selection of bedroom furniture, name brand mattresses, recliners, living room and dining room suites, accents for the home or office, quality name brand appliances, and did I mention Swap and Shop services what they sell? This is family owned and operated business at its best. And the best part is, they'll treat you like family too.
We got bedroom suites, mattresses, dining room suites, appliances, outdoor equipment, mowers, and more. See us at Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
Daniel looking good on the mound, and the Mustangs looking comfortable at the plate. 6, 7, 8 come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. And we'll lead it off with the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Traglia. He drops down a first pitch bunt that scoots foul down the third baseline. We've seen Traglia put down a couple of bunts here in the postseason, as Camden Central's third baseman is not on the infield grass, is shaded back about a foot or two. And Traglia with excellent speed will take the 0-1 for strike 2. And we've seen some good action from Johnson on the mound with his breaking ball. Outfield in a little bit here on the 0-2. Traglia holds up. He might be wishing that was a drop third strike as that one got away from Kamunzi. The 1-2 will be way outside in the other batter's box, and will even the count back up. On deck for the Mustangs might be their hottest bat this postseason, and Jaden Aaron had 5 plate appearances in the region tournament and got a hit all 5 times, batting in a handful of Mustang batters as Traglia goes down swinging, strikeout number 1 for Johnson. And coming up to bat will be the Mustangs DH number 7, Jaden Aaron. Aaron, a sophomore right-handed bat. And in that region tournament, he was spraying it all over the field. He hit it to left field. He hit it to right field. He hit it to center field. And every hit he got in that tournament led to an RBI. Now, unless he sends it over the fence, he won't get one right here as he'll take the first pitch down for ball 1. The 1-0. He's going to pop that one up. It may get out of the infield. It just does in the shallow center field. Dooley under it, and we'll make the grab for the second out. And quickly 2 down here for the Mustangs. It's the second pop out to the shortstop from Camden. And Camden Central about 2 hours from Loretto, so a pretty good drive made by the Lions. Saw some cars making their way through Loretto around 3:15. As that's going to bring up Lucas Laxton, the second baseman. Laxton very good defensively and a solid bat there at the back half of the order. As again, another quick pitch, and the umpire not going to count that one. (2-0) is the count. That'll be in the dirt. Ball 3. As Johnson is in danger of walking his second batter of the evening. And Laxton will see 4 pitches and trot down to first with a 2-out walk, bringing up Grant Fisher. Fisher has been the Mustangs shortstop here late in the season. And his bat has really started catching up as well. Fisher, a sophomore, again, one of those sophomores, didn't play much their freshman year, but has had to jump into a much bigger role this year, and he has done a very good job stepping in. Again, Mustangs lost a pretty good bit of infield from last year. They're 2 middle infielders, actually. And they're going to pick back to first. Laxton back safely. And again, I said in the first inning, Johnson, a left-handed pitcher, can have a quick pickoff mood, so the Mustangs don't want to get caught in a rundown or picked off. 1-0. That one's going to be way outside for ball 2. And when Johnson gets ahead in the count early, he seems to finish the batter off pretty well, but when he gets behind, he has a tough time battling back as he gets him with an inside strike right there. 2-1 is your count. You got a runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Again, Michael Marks here. Dusty Kaiser will be joining us later in the broadcast. And the Mustangs lead Camden Central 1-0 as Fisher drops down a bunt. Pitcher, good job getting off the mound. Fire over to first for the 3rd out. As Johnson looking good on the mound for Camden. After 2, Mustangs 1, Camden 0. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network.
is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Loretto here for the third inning. A trip to the state tournament potentially on the line tonight as the Mustangs are facing off with the Lions. Loretto leads this one 1-0 after 2 innings as Miles Moore dropped a sac bunt that scored Kason Springer from third to open this party up in the first inning. Daniel back on the mound for his third inning of work and has looked every bit as comfortable as we would expect as he's facing C.J. Baker, the second baseman. Baker swinging on the first pitch fastball, and he'll hit it back towards the Mustangs dugout. The 0-1 slider will just miss the plate. As the 1-1 fastball clips the outside corner. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Lions' second baseman, Baker. And see you later, strike 3, and Daniel is in a groove right now, back-to-back Ks. He has 4 on the night so far, 2 looking, 2 swinging. As it looked like Baker wanted none of Carter Daniel right there. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 4, Axel Mansfield. Mansfield, another right-handed batter, as you tend to see in high school, as that first pitch fastball is taken for strike 1. And a big cut on fastball at 88 from Daniel, as he's up in the count 0-2, with Aiden Pierce waiting on deck. Just off the plate for ball 1 is the 0-2 fastball from Daniel. And Mansfield just pokes at that one and sends it out of play. Again, a beautiful afternoon here in Loretto at Gary Lamb Field. As Mansfield will call time. The 1-2. And that one's just going to miss the plate. As we've seen that one called a strike a couple of times tonight on both ends. Not the case there as Daniel 2-2 breaking ball, and oh my goodness, the curveball buckled him up. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. And that's going to bring up Aiden Pierce, the third baseman. Pierce, a big, lanky right-handed bat. Another one with the pink arm sleeve. And he's swinging at the first pitch. Will send it back into the netting. Pierce batting out of the 9-hole. Again, this Camden team had to fight out of the loser's bracket as they lost game 1 of their region tournament last Friday night. That game was against Harpeth. Harpeth beat them 10-3 and had to battle out of the loser's bracket, taking down Hickman County and then getting revenge against Harpeth to end up here at Loretto. 1-2 is the count, and a 1-2-3 inning. 3 Ks for Daniel, all 3 of them looking. And it seems like none of the Lions want to take their bat off their shoulders as the Mustangs are up 1-0. They'll bat here in the bottom half of the inning. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network.
If you want the best clean and wash experience, you need to catch the happy wave at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Don't settle for streaks, dirt residue, water spots, and weak vacuums that you can get at just any car wash. At all our locations, you will be greeted by a smiling attendant who will pre-wash your car front and back to remove any stubborn bugs and dirt before guiding you through the tunnel, where your car will be treated to the ultimate spa treatment with state-of-the-art equipment and one-of-a-kind wash experience that will give your car a showroom shine. Afterwards, you can help yourself to our free powerful vacuums, cleaning cloths, and glass and surface cleaner for the perfect finishing touch. When it comes to caring for your car, don't settle for any wash and pay for all the extras. Get the best when you catch the Happy Wave at your local Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
This is the X Sports Network.
Second time through the order come the Mustangs. Leading off the third inning will be the leadoff batter and catcher number 16, Clint Seymour. Seymour has started the season in that 2 to 3 slot, has really jumped up as the leadoff batter here as of late, and has excelled at it. That senior left-handed batter has been the spark that the Mustangs needed, as their offense has looked tremendous here in the postseason. Johnson will go first pitch, breaking ball for strike one. And again, he's going to have to start mixing in some more breaking pitches, as this is his second time facing these Mustangs batters. And Seymour is going to drive the 0-1 fastball deep out to right center field. And see you later! Home run, Clint Seymour! An 0-1 hanging breaking ball, and he sent that one over the Gary Lamb Field sign in right field, and the Mustangs have doubled their advantage 2-0. And a little Spider-Man celebration right there. I may explain that one later. That's going to be someone that celebration that may have gone over some people's heads. It's a Kentucky baseball celebration when they hit a home run. And funny enough, we're in the sectional, and that's the first home run I've called this year. Kason Springer up to bat, the first baseman. Walked his first time up and ended up scoring a run. And he's going to scorch one into right field, base hit. Sent it right through the 3-4 hole, and neither the first or second baseman could make a play. And after a leadoff home run from Seymour, the next man gets a single, bringing up Mason Tidwell. Tidwell, the third baseman for the Mustangs today, led off this game with a double that went right off that Gary Lamb 30 under the state championship banner on the scoreboard. And foul tip for strike one. The 0-1. And Mason's going to pop that one up to the infield. We'll see who will come make the play. Baker will camp under at the second baseman for out number one. That's going to bring up Miles Moore. Had a sac bunt RBI his first time up. That gave the Mustangs that 1-0 lead. And he's looking to extend it here with Springer on first. Again, Springer is playing at first today, but has excellent speed. We see him in the outfield when Daniel isn't pitching. And a quick pick back towards Springer. He'll get back safely. Again, wind blowing out towards right, which probably helped that Seymour home run ball a little bit, but again, Moore another left-handed bat. The 0-1 Springer's going, and a throw down will get into center field. Oh, actually, it did not get into center field. Springer got there safely, but an amazing play from Trey Dooley to save that one from getting into center field, as he's going to cover the bag and had to kind of fall backwards to catch the throw from Camusi. As the Mustangs now, with one out, have a runner in scoring position and another RBI opportunity for Moore. The 1-1 from Johnson. Miles is going to foul that one off the chest of the catcher, as he's down 1-2. Daniel on deck. He's grounded out to end the first inning. The 1-2. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball two. And again, we have 2 games here tonight, one at 5, and then the next one will be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And again, if one of these teams win both of these games, they will punch an early ticket to Murfreesboro. Well, they will travel to either Stewart's Creek High School or Riverdale High School, attempting to bring another state championship back to their school. Full count to Moore. He's going to hit one right back up the middle. Dooley can't make the play, and Springer's coming around to score again. And Miles Moore, in 2 plate appearances, has brought home Kason Springer twice, this time with an RBI single. A 3-0 lead for Loretto, as Carter Daniels going to head down the third base line to have a quick conference with third base coach David Weathers. David's son Ryan had an incredible start for the Marlins last night. 8 innings, only a handful of hits, no runs, no walks, in his longest outing of his career, as the Marlins secured a 1-0 win against the Tigers last night in Detroit. Daniel swinging at the first pitch, a little number that's going to go down the line, and that will be fielded by the first baseman Caps, and he'll go tap the bag. Moore will advance to second there. That's going to bring up Jackson Traglia, the center fielder. Traglia struck out swinging to start the second inning. And again, the key to the Mustangs' success this postseason is, how is 6, 7, 8, 9 going to do in the batting order? So far through, they have combined for one person on base. Is when the Mustangs made their Final Four run 2 years ago, 7, 8, and 9 were really the key to that Final Four run, as those guys could get on, and some guys like Caleb Davis and Caden Porter could bring them home. The 1-0, Moore taking off for third. And that throw's going to go into left field. I don't know what the third baseman was doing as he was coming in to cover a bunt, and Moore is going to score on a stolen base and a throwing error. And 3 here in the bottom of the third, as the Mustangs are feeling it up 4-0 early. Another unearned run going on Johnson's line, as things have just not gone the Lions' way here in the third inning, as they were set down on 3 straight strikeouts and have just really had no answer for the Mustang bats here in the third. 2-0 is the count to Traglia. That one just misses for ball 3. Is that Camuzzi making the signal like it hit him in the throat, as Mustangs trainer Blake Barnett heading over there to take a look at him. And I'll take a second to, thank Blake for all he does for the athletics here at Loretto. Keeps everybody in one piece or pretty close to it. So he's going over there to check on the Lions catcher. 3-0 is the count to Traglia, and I'll go back to that play that scored Moore. Their third baseman was in on the infield grass trying to cover a bunt from Traglia, which, again, I've said we've seen him do a couple of times here in the postseason. So Moore went to take third. Camuzzi saw that and tried to make a throw to third. That was Pierce playing third base for the Lions. Threw it over his head as he was crashed so far in, and there wasn't going to be a play at third. And after that one got in the left field, Moore could score easily. Our score 4-0. 3-0 is the count to Traglia, as they're going to let Johnson throw a couple pitches to Camuzzi, or just one. As this Lion doesn't want to see his season end today, as he's staying out there. 3-0 will be in there for strike 1. Still a hitter's count to Traglia. I'm assuming he had the 3-0 take sign there. Should be swinging 3-1 right here, as he is, and that's going to go over the third baseman's head and just foul. And third base coach David Weathers not happy about that one. And again, we're in high school sports. We don't have replay, and that's the second time a Mustangs batter has been robbed of a double that was towing the line. And Coach Zach Curtis is going to come out here and plead his case. And the third base umpire, now it looked like it made an imprint on the dirt, so the third base umpire is going to come in and have a word with the home plate umpire. I'm not sure if they can overturn things. And they're not. So 3-2 is the count to Traglia. Not sure what he went in there to say to the home plate umpire, but Traglia will step back in. 3-2 is the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And he's going to foul that one off down the first baseline. And you'd love to see Traglia get on base after seemingly having a hit robbed from him just 2 pitches ago. Payoff once again from Johnson. High swing from Traglia as he's going to pop that one over the net. And our longest at-bat of the game coming up. Pitch number 8 coming from Johnson to face the Mustangs center fielder Traglia. Outside ball 4 and an 8-pitch walk to Traglia. We'll put a runner on first with 2 outs, bringing Jaden Aaron up to bat. Again, Aaron flew out to the shortstop in shallow center his first time up. Had 5 hits in the region tournament, each driving in a run. And maybe the reason he flew out that last time is there wasn't a run to bat in. Sophomore right-handed bat is facing this lefty from Camden Central. As Johnson's first pitch is high for ball 1. Again, the Lions out there in Benton County. Again, about 2 hours from Loretto. As they'd love to come steal 2 from the Mustangs and head to Murfreesboro. They're in a bit of a hole right now, down 4 runs here in the third inning. Counts even at 1 to Aaron. Runner taken off. Aaron swinging. That's going to be popped up to the infield. See who will make the play. That'll be Caps at first to end the inning. Mustangs strand 1, but tack on 3 as they've exploded to a 4-0 lead. We'll be back for the 4th inning. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Head on over to Shaw Southeast Distributing in Lawrenceburg to find everything you need for your home, business, or fundraiser. To make life easier, Shaw Southeast Distributing now accepts EBT cards. Have a concession stand, food truck, or just your kitchen at home? Leave it to Shaw to fill your shelves with ease. Shaw Southeast Distributing delivers. Family owned and operated. Phone 931-762-7760. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at 1603 Ripke Avenue in Lawrenceburg.
Patient care at its finest is found at Tennessee Valley Family Care. From primary to infant care, physicals, women's health, allergies, diabetes management, plus on-site labs and ultrasounds. Let practitioners Liz Phillips, Kathy Cohen, and Stephanie Tucker care for your health and your entire family's health. Let Tennessee Valley Family Care help you reach your health care goals.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to Loretto here. Top of the 4th inning coming up as the Mustangs tacked on 3 in the bottom of the third to extend their lead 4-0 as the Bats really woke up. Led off by a Clint Seymour home run. His 3rd of the postseason. And that's district, region, and now sectional. Hit 2 in the opening round of the district tournament against Mount Pleasant. And hits 1 here in game 1 of the sectional. Actually hit 1 in the game 1 of the sectional last year at Milan. As Daniel is back on for his 4th inning of work. And back to the top of the order to Gage Johnson. And Daniel picking up where he left off. 3 strikeouts. Struck out the side in order, all looking. As Johnson, a big hack right there on a huge breaking ball. As Daniel is really feeding him that breaking ball. And, you know, when you're facing a guy like Carter, you think that you're going to be seeing a lot of fastballs, and he gets one right there in the dirt for ball 1. But you prepare so much for a fastball that when he starts mixing that slider and curveball in there that, some of those swings are going to look ugly. The 1-2 upstairs for ball 2. Michael Marks here. Dusty Kaiser will be joining us momentarily. 2-2. See you later. 5 straight. Set down via the strikeout. Is that his strikeout number? Sorry, I got to tally them all up. That's the second strikeout from Johnson. Make it 7 strikeouts through 3 1/3 for Daniel. It's going to bring up Trey Dooley. Dooley walked his first time up. And he's swinging on the first pitch, hit toward Tidwell. He couldn't do anything with that one as it bounced off his chest. And Dooley will be on with an infield single. Again, just a chopper hit right at Tidwell at third, but there wasn't much he could do with it except play it off his chest, and that gave Dooley time to get down to first. So Dooley reaching base twice now. That's going to bring up Connor Camuzzi, who grounded into a double play to end the first inning. As he's going to shoot one out to right field. Looking back is Thompson off the top of the wall. That ball's coming in. They're going to send him home from third. Actually, never mind. They're going to hold him. And back-to-back hits now have the Lions in scoring position. A single from Dooley and a double from Camuzzi. As Camuzzi, a little shaken up in the bottom of the third inning as a foul tip caught him in the neck area. That's going to bring up Isaac Moore. Moore struck out his first time up. But a big RBI opportunity for the cleanup batter for the Lions, as he's got 2 on with only 1 out. Corners are in on the infield. First pitch breaking ball. Again, Moore went up there and saw 3 pitches, 3 breaking balls, swung and missed on all 3 of them. And Daniel started off with the same thing. If it's not broke, you don't fix it. The 0-1. Fastball, back pick at third. Did not get him. Seymour thought he had him on a back pick to third. You don't see that happen often. A very close play. Again, the umpire is in the middle of the infield around second base. Had a pretty good view of it, but he'll say that Dooley got back safely. The count is 0-2 to Moore. And why not another strikeout for Carter Daniel? So he's now struck out Moore twice, and now a big at-bat for Latress as he is trying to get Cannon County on the board. And Daniel trying to get out of a jam. Runners on second and third. Latress flew out to left his last time up, and it was a very well-hit ball as that first pitch misses for ball 1. But Moore out in left field, Miles Moore for the Mustangs, made a good play in left field as a big hack right there on the outside fastball. Evens the count up at 1. Daniel would love to get out of a jam right here, especially with the Mustangs with a 4-0 lead. As that one's going to be poked to second base, Laxon will field and throw to first, and how about it? After a 3-strikeout inning, Daniel fired up after getting out of that jam. As the Lions strand 2 to end their top half of the 4th, Mustangs will be batting next here on the X Sports Network.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
There's no job too big or too small for Gonzalez Lawn and Landscapes. Owner Chris Gonzalez works hard to make your commercial or residential properties one of the neighbors will envy. You won't find a lower price anywhere else, and that's a guarantee. We offer mowing, landscape removal, small construction jobs, and more. Our team is licensed and insured to ensure the best work for Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Your satisfaction is our goal. We won't leave until you're happy. Call today to set up a free quote.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to Gary Lamb Field. Carter Daniel gets the Mustangs out of a jam. They had runners on second and third with one out. A strikeout and a ground out would leave Camden scoreless. 8-9-1 go the Mustangs. I'm Michael Marks bringing you Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network. As the Mustangs are looking to punch their ticket to Murfreesboro for a chance to win another state championship. The 1-0 pitch to Laxon is in for strike one. Johnson got hit up a little bit in the last inning as a handful of hits. As that one's going to be in the dirt for ball two. The biggest one being a round tripper from Seymour as he hit one out over the right center field wall. The 1-1. Upstairs for ball three, pardon. Guess we missed the pitch there. Laxon walked his first time up and looking to repeat that right here. Walked on 4 pitches his last time as he'll actually bloop one out in the left center field. Actually, that's a gapper. That's going to get down in the gap. Laxon heading for 2. Going to be a close play. He is there, sliding into second head first. And how about a 2-bagger for number 22, the man playing second base. The leadoff man in scoring position for the Mustangs is their 9-hole batter, Grant Fisher, who grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Looks to bring in another run for the Mustangs. First pitch, he shows bunt, and a beautiful bunt. Johnson going to have to field, throw over to first in time. As Grant does what he needs to do to get the runner over to third. Another 1-3 outscored. As that brings up Quint Seymour with Laxon on third with one out. Now, I would assume with Seymour hitting a big home run, he's probably going to take a big hack out here on the first pitch. Infield is in to try to prevent any more runs from getting in. That first pitch outside for ball one. After some things I've seen on social media, I'm going to say that no lead is safe, as I saw I believe it was a NAIA school. They were down 11-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and they ended up walking it off 12-11. As that pitch is outside for ball two. And we've even seen something similar happen here at Gary Lamb Field last Saturday in a region elimination game between Cannon County and Forest, where Cannon County entered the bottom of the 7th with a 7-0 lead and gave up 5 runs. And the tying run was at the plate as Seymour, big hack right there, as Pierce will watch it go out of play. And again, they had the tying run at the plate, and a double play would end that one. But again, baseball, and especially high school baseball, a sport of crazy things. 2-1 is the count to Seymour. Is now Johnson in a bit of a jam here with Laxon on third with one out. Seymour take that one for ball three. And with a walk to Seymour, that'll open up the double play ball for Camden to try to get out of the inning. 3-1 here. Springer on deck for the Mustangs. And Seymour will take that one for ball four. He'll trot down to first, as now the Camden middle infield will back up to double play depth. Clint, good speed over there at first. Might see him try to steal to get out of the double play opportunity. Springer 1 for 1 on the day. Walked and scored a run his first time up, singled and scored the next time. So again, your 4 runs, Seymour with 1, Springer a pair, and Miles more. Seymour is taken off. They got him in a rundown. Throw to second. We'll have him. Oh, he's safe, pardon. And Laxon comes in to score. The throw was there in time, but it seems he just missed the tag as Laxton will score from third. As I didn't think they were going to have the double steal on, but once they caught him in a rundown, they really had no choice but to send Laxton from third. And a good pickoff from Johnson as he threw to Caps at first, who then threw to Dooley at short, covering the bag. And Seymour just swung around the tag as Springer's going to swing around that breaking ball right there as he's down 0-1. Another runner in scoring position, though, for Springer. He'll take that one. Good breaking ball right there from Johnson to quickly put 2 strikes on the Mustangs sophomore first baseman. On deck is Mason Tidwell, the third baseman for the Mustangs. And Springer will take the 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. 5-1 is your score. 1-2 is the count, 1 out. Runner on second. Springer will take that pitch way outside for ball 2. As Johnson trying to knock some of the dirt out of his shoe. I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher take his cleat off on the mound. Saw him take his glove off. Didn't know if he was trying to go to a rosin bag or something, and then took his cleat off. 2-2 is the count. Springer. And a little dribbler down the first baseline. That's going to go foul. As he'll come back to first, Seymour will retreat back to second. And we'll try this again. Again, Springer, just a sophomore, has had an excellent season batting for the Mustangs. Has been in the 2-hole, been in the 9-hole. Has come back up to the 2-hole later here in the season. They moved him down to the 9-hole as kind of a second leadoff batter, as that second leadoff batter is going to drive one deep to right field. It's going to one-hop the wall. Seymour comes around. He's going to trot home. Springer heading for third. Let's see if he can get there. The throw will not be made, and Springer gets an RBI triple, and the Mustangs are up 6-0. Seymour scores his second run of the day. As Springer shows his wheels, and the coach is coming out to have a conference, and that's never a good sign. We'll see if he takes the ball from him. May just be having a word with his lefty. And again, I said before we got going here, the Mustangs had a hard time in previous seasons seeing some soft throwing lefties, and looks like they made that adjustment in the offseason as they're up 6-0. Again, an RBI triple on our last play here from Springer. Mustangs 2 more runs in the bottom of this inning. Again, Camden kind of just had some poor luck today. I mean, the defense has been playing well around Johnson. It's just a couple of pitches he's left over the plate the Mustangs have taken advantage of. And we talk about how good the Mustangs' pitching has been, but their offense has really picked it up as of late in the last month and a half or so. I'll bring up Mason Tidwell, 1 for 2 on the day, a double in the first and a fly out in the third, as he'll take a first pitch in there for strike 1. 1 out, runner at third. And we may see another safety squeeze attempt from the Mustangs as a big swing and a miss right there kind of takes away that bunt opportunity as Tidwell's quickly down 0-2. Mason, a much more disciplined approach at the plate this season. As he'll hit the 0-2. That one's deep. Out to left field. Is it going to hold the ball? It's out of here. Home run number 2 of the day for the Mustangs, and Mason hits the facility with that one. And 8-0 is your lead. 1 run in the first, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. 8-0 is your score, and Mason Tidwell, a long ball out to left, has really blown this one open. Second home run of the game for the Mustangs. Seymour had one, and now a 2-run shot from your third baseman. As the bases are now empty for Miles Moore, looking for his second hit of the day. Miles 1 for 1, an RBI, sac, bunt, safety squeeze in the first inning to get that first run in the first, and then an RBI single with a run scored his next time up in the third. So 2 plate appearances in 2 innings. And Moore's going to take that first pitch in the dirt. And, you see some teams after they hit a home run or get a couple hits, everybody's swinging at the first pitch. Miles is going to make you throw a couple pitches. He's a big quality at-bat guy. As that 1-0's upstairs. A reason he's been in the lineup since he was a freshman is his plate discipline. While his batting average hasn't always been there, it's really jumped up his senior year. And that's the reason he's in the cleanup spot. Swinging on the 2-0, pardon, over to Baker in time to first for the second out. That's going to bring up your pitcher, Carter Daniel, 2 groundouts in this game. But with a lead like this and the way he's been pitching, he can ground out as much as he wants. Again, a ground out to the shortstop and a ground out to the first baseman, and his 2 times up as he'll take the first pitch. And I think for Camden, they're just going to probably leave Johnson out there to eat up as many pitches as he can. As that one's scorched up the middle. Daniel swinging on the 1-0, and he's on with his first hit of the day. Again, now through 3 2/3 as we'll get a pinch runner in for Daniel. That looks like it is Braden Bennett. That is Braden Bennett coming into pinch run. 2-out single. And again, Johnson now coming up on pitch number 80 as he faces Jackson Traglia. Traglia struck out his first time up, walked the next time. As he's going to slice that one foul. Springer today has scored 3 of the 8 Mustang runs. Taking off on the 1-0 is Bennett. They got him hung up. The throw down to second. Not sure what we got here. They may have got him with a balk there. I believe that's the call. They just told him to hold up and Bennett to go to second. So I believe we got a balk there on Johnson. And Traglia 0 for 1 as he's swinging on that one down 0-2. So, yeah, I believe we had a balk there from Johnson on pitch number 80. 1-2 is the count to Traglia. He's swinging, and he is missing strikeout number 2 of the day for Johnson as he gets out of the inning, stranding the runner at second. But the Mustangs do tack on 4, headlined by Mason Tidwell home run. Daniel will come back out to pitch the 5th here on the X Sports Network.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenneke Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tenneke has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tenneke Properties. Visit Tenneke.com or phone 931-244-4602.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Daniel with 8 strikeouts through 4 has looked very comfortable on the mound, getting out of a jam to end the the 4th inning. That is the DH Carter Maines up to bat. Maines struck out swinging his first time up and foul tips that first pitch into the backstop. And a score update from Community. Community has the lead over Summertown in softball in the region championship 2-0. And a big swing right there from Maines sends it out into shallow left center field, and a good play out there by Grant Fisher, backpedaling all the way out there to make the play. Moore was charging in from left, but I don't know if he would have been there in time. And a good play by the sophomore shortstop, as that's going to bring up C.J. Baker, the second baseman. Struck out looking his first time up, was part of that inning where Daniel struck out 3 looking. And check swing on the first pitch, say he went around. One is the count here. That next pitch missed. And the 1-1 fastball gets him. Strike 2. Daniel misses with the 1-2, evens up the count. And the 2-2. Breaking ball just inside. Daniel trying to strike him out with the hook has brought the count full. And see you later. Strikeout number 9 from Daniel. Second strikeout of the day, second strikeout on the afternoon for Baker batting. That's going to bring up Axel Manfield, also struck out looking back in the 3rd. Mansfield, the left fielder, takes first pitch for ball 1. And that one right down the middle for strike 1. As Daniel is just in a groove as he is working fast now. 1-1. That one swung back into the net. And one of those days I am happy we have a net. That one was coming right back at us. And if it didn't take the camera out, it was going to take me out behind it. And the 1-2 from Daniel. That'll do it for the inning. 2 strikeouts as he has now 10 through 5. Mustangs come back to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Mustangs baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service. Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back out to Loretto here at Gary Lamb Field. Bottom of the 5th inning. New arm on the mound for Camden Central is I believe that's the DH number 12, Carter Maines. As Dusty Kaiser joining me now, got some Loretto gear on, and I love to see it, Dusty. You got me now?
A little bit.
There we go.
You got me?
I got you.
What's up, big dude?
Yeah, no, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we've been on the call together, and we got the producer #1 extraordinaire with us.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Wright always doing a great job producing. And a little announcement in between innings. That strikeout right there that you saw at the end of the inning, that was the 10th of the day. Carter's 100th of the season, and is also a 2A Mr. Baseball finalist. You'll love to see it. As Jaden Aaron, 7-8-9, leading off this inning. As his first pitch swinging, that one's going to go foul out of play. 0 for 2 on the night. Has not been as successful here as he has been during the regional tournament.
I got to listen just to a little bit of it as I was driving in. So we've had a all-out just Loretto slugfest.
And slugfest is right, 2 home runs.
Well, I just heard the one. Who hit the second one?
Quint hit one, and Mason Tidwell hit the other.
Okay.
So you're one in 3 hole, really doing the bunch of the heavy lifting. As the 1-1 here from Maines will be fouled out of play. Count 1-2 now to the Mustangs DH, Jaden Aaron. And another lefty on the mound for Camden Central. They started Gage Johnson. He went 4 innings. I'll try to final out his line here in the next break. As they put their DH Carter Maines on the mound as he misses with the 1-2.
Yeah, these are the games where you start your stud, or your ace, however you want to look at it, and then you got to start thinking about the next one.
Well, yeah, Johnson gave up 8 runs, and I figured they were going to try to leave him out there as long as they could to not eat up a bunch of arms. You got another game tonight, game 3 if necessary tomorrow, so you kind of want to save some arms if you need a bullpen arm in the next game.
You can't just always go. You can't just pitch it the first game as an elimination game.
Yeah. And the Mustangs faced Cannon County last Friday night. They did not see their ace. And region, you might not want to throw your ace in game 1. Quint Seymour threw for the Mustangs. You could say they have a kind of a 3-headed monster at ace. But when it comes to sectional, you're facing the same team 3 times. You throw your guy at #1.
You have to on your 3rd time.
Aaron reaches his first time on a walk as Maine slipped right there on the mound.
That's different.
And we saw Johnson take his cleat off.
Well, I heard you
say
that on the radio or on Facebook as I was coming in.
So it must be a little bit wet on the mound. I don't believe we had any rain today in Loretto.
No.
As that one's going to get away, Aaron's taking off for second, and he'll get there easily standing up without a throw. And a final softball from Community 2, Summertown 0. So Community will host Substate, Summertown will travel. Not sure if we have the dates for the Substate game yet.
I hadn't seen anything.
2-0, hit right back up the middle. Almost got the pitcher. Laxon with his second base hit of the day. Aaron coming around to score. Gets by the center fielder. And Lucas Laxon going to end up at second. They're sending him to third. And he will be there standing. Will score it at a single and an error on an RBI single. And that's Laxon's second hit of the day. The first time through the order, 6, 7, 8, 9, just got one guy on base. And since then, they've really been spraying it all over the field. So now with Grant Fisher coming up to bat, no outs, and the winning run on a run rule at third.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Base hit wins the game.
Yeah, and a fly ball deep. Anything to get the run home would win this game. As that first pitch inside on Fisher for ball 1. And, it's kind of been the theme for the Mustangs postseason. It's not just one guy doing all the work. I mean, almost every spot has been on base.
That's it.
At least once, and that will do it. A base hit into center field, and the Mustangs get out of game 1 10-0, an hour and 16-minute game. So that'll do it. Dusty, you just got here for a couple minutes. You got any thoughts on what you saw for a minute?
I mean, I would say that Candy's going to have to go to the dugout and regroup their strategy on their pitching. They're going to have to learn to you can't just live on a hook.
Yeah, well, final score here, Mustangs 10-0. Carter Daniel, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts. As the Mustangs will look further down their bullpen for Game number 2, I believe, will start. It's scheduled for 7.
Surely we got 45 minutes. I bet it starts a little earlier.
So I believe we'll be back in around 30 minutes. We'll start a new stream up for that. So from Michael Marks, Dusty Kaiser, and our producer extraordinaire, Kevin Wright, this has been Mustangs Baseball here on the X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.